in a world where cinema reigns supreme. Join us on an epic journey through the silver screen. Welcome to What's New with Stu, a movie review, with your host Dave Stewart, a video podcast where every frame tells a story. Get ready for insights, laughs, and film debates. From blockbusters to hidden gems, we've got it all covered. Lights, camera, action. It's time for What's New with Stu, a movie review. And now your host, David F. Stewart.
You can't resist us, Mr. Powers. You can't resist us, Mr. Powers.
Au contraire, baby. I think you can't resist me.
You're the one who makes me come running. You're the sun who makes me shine. When you're around, I'm always laughing. I wanna make you mine. I close my eyes and see you before me. Think I would die if you were to ignore me. If I could say just how much I adore you, I get down on my knees, I'd do anything for you.
The immortal words of the late great Benny Hill. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, all. Welcome to another episode of What's New with Stu, a movie review. I'm your host, Dave Stewart. And in this episode, we're going to tackle one of my favorite franchise movies of all time, the Austin Powers films. Yeah, baby, yeah. All started in 1997 with Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery, followed in 1999 with Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me, Oh Behave. And in the third movie, Austin Powers and Goldmember, came out in 2002.
Who are you, baby?
Ivana Humpalot. Excuse me? Ivana Humpalot. And I've on a toilet made out of solid gold, but it's just not in the cards now, is it?
Now, Jay Roach directed all of the films, and of course it starred Mike Myers, who got a start in Saturday Night Live, became very famous doing all those sketches and so forth, and decided to go out on his own with Wayne's World. And then when it was announced that he was doing this spoof of, I guess, the James Bond films, I personally wasn't very interested in any of this, but I had one of those illegal boxes. Don't tell anyone. You got the illegal pay-per-view movies and the boxing events and everything. You had all the movies for free. And in that box, they would play the same movies over and over again. Well, I remember one day I was working at home and they were playing the Austin Powers film over and over again. And a film that I didn't have any interest in seeing. I said to myself, it's very funny, very satirical. The idea of a super spy, English spy in the 60s who gets transported 30 years later into the political correct times of the 90s, the safe sex, and he comes from an era that didn't, worry about safe sex, and he didn't use condoms at all and whatnot.
Shall we shag now or shall we shag later?
And so it was really, really a very funny idea, and of course the whole spoofing of Dr. Evil, his nemesis, which is based on actually Lorne Michaels, who was a creator of Saturday Night Live. For those of you who didn't know that, Mike Myers based a lot of the performance of Dr. Evil on Lorne Michaels' speech pattern and so forth.
Everything's gone perfectly to plan except for one small flaw. Due to a technical error by my henchman Mustafa, complications arose in the unfreezing process. Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth!
But Dr. Evil, we were unable to anticipate feline complications due to the reanimation process.
Silence! Let this be a reminder to you all that this organization will not tolerate failure.
And the film was a modest hit. I think it made about $60 million. But what happened was when it came out on video back then, that's right, video, began a life of its own. And a lot of people started going to see it. They were doing the catchphrases like, yeah, baby, and oh, behave, and do I make you horny, and all that stuff. And people were saying it over and over again. Now, ironically, one of my also big appeals with the Austin Powers films is that when I met my wife in '98, about a year after the movie came out, the first movie that we ever talked about, we both had a love for, was Austin Powers. So we really connected on that. In fact, we even named our eventual dog Austin Powers International Dog of Mystery, just for the character in the movie. And so that also was another reason the movie had a special place in my heart. Now, I want to start with the Austin Powers, the original movie, and why it was so successful. Mike Myers, like I said, who had been a star on Saturday Night Live and then left to do the movies, when he made the film, it was really a tribute to his dad. His dad totally admired and worshipped Sean Connery as James Bond.
Allow myself to introduce myself. My name is Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah.
This is my Italian confidential secretary. Her name is Alata. Alata for China.
Come again?
A lot of vagina.
I'm sorry, I'm just not getting it. It sounded like you said your name was a lot of, Never mind.
That his dad passed away before he could see any of the success that he had with these movies. And so it was really a big tribute to his dad. And the movie is the original film when it came out. Like I said, the more I watched it, the more I just loved it. And to this day, I love revisiting the film. Mike Myers is so funny, and of course, he's playing the dual role of, Austin Powers, the swinging hipster, the bachelor who just wants to have sex all the time.
How do you like to do it? Do you like to wash up first? Top and tails, hose bath. Personally, before I'm on the job, I like to give my undercarriage a bit of a how's your father.
Have fun and, that type of thing. And you have the Dr. Evil character who...
Dr. Evil, I want you to meet your son.
My son? I'm your father, Dr. Evil.
I haven't seen you my whole life, and now you come back and just expect a relationship? I hate you.
Well, don't look at me like I'm frickin' Frankenstein. Give your father a hug.
Now, the Austin Powers, the original film, was very, very funny, like I said, because the idea of, doing the send-up of the spy movies, but again, it does it even better because, again, the idea of placing Austin in a time period where he doesn't really know how to act or how to behave.
A lot's changed since 1967.
Bring on the sexy stews, man! Yeah!
We're called flight attendants now.
And he's a stranger in a strange land.
This is my mother, Mrs. Exposition.
Lovely.
Austin!
What have you done?
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby! Why won't this wig come off?
He said his mind is set in the ways of the 60s. And even Dr. Evil, when he's basically frozen for 30 frickin' years, as he would say, and they basically defrost him, and he basically comes out, he too, is trying to find his way in this new world.
We get the warhead, and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Don't you think we should maybe ask for more than $1 million? $1 million isn't exactly a lot of money these days. Virtucon alone makes over $9 billion a year.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's a lot. Okay, then. We hold the world ransom for $100 billion.
Now, a lot of great supporting roles in this movie. Seth Green plays the son of Dr. Evil, and Robert Wagner plays number 2, and a couple of guest appearances. Tom Arnold shows up in the movie.
Who does number 2 work for? Who does number 2 work for?
That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
Jesus Christ, boy. What did you eat?
The film has so many laughs. I mean, a lot of them are kind of crude type of humor.
How dare you break wind before me?
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know it was your turn.
But a lot of them are very smart.
Careful, Austin!
And Mike Myers really makes Austin Powers very, very lovable. Even when he doesn't really know what he's doing and he missteps and puts his foot in his mouth.
Well done, old chap. Jolly good work.
Yes, nice to mole you. Meet you. Nice to meet you, mole. Don't say mole.
Stop.
I said mole.
Stop.
Mole. Mole.
Oh, shut up! Mole, 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 mole.
We love Austin Powers the same way we love Mike Myers' other character, Shrek, from the Shrek movies. And Myers obviously has to be given all the credit in the world. I mean, this is his, baby. Now, when it was decided they were making the sequel, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
I want to make sure the explosives didn't get wet, but I can't find them.
Look in the bottom.
Okay, I'll dig a little deeper. Wow, this bag is really full.
Just keep digging, darling.
I'll just feel around for them. Good Lord, Austin. What sort of things do you keep in here?
Anything that catches my fancy.
The sequel was a huge hit. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I thought this was the weakest of the three films. It starts off a little weak, I thought. Dr. Evil's reintroduced, and I think what they were doing is they were relying a lot of the catchphrases from the first movie.
Robin Swallows.
Swallows. That's an interesting name.
Maiden name's Spitz.
Well, which is it, baby? Spitz or swallows?
Now, it really gets its footing when Dr. Evil realizes that they cloned him and made a character called Mini-Me. And this character is simply hysterical. He didn't say anything, but he is hysterical.
He is exactly like you in every way. Except 1/8 your size.
Breathtaking. I shall call him Mini-Me. No, we don't gnaw on our kitty. Leave Minnie Mr. Bigglesworth alone.
Also, another great character introduced in the second movie, played by Mike Myers, is the character, the Scottish king himself, Fat Bastard, with one of the greatest entrances in film history.
May I present to you my spy in the Ministry of Defense?
Fat bastard.
First things first, where's your shitter? I've got a turtle head poking out. I'm not kidding. I got a crap on deck that could choke a donkey. Oh, it's squidgy.
Now, the film does have a lot of great funny sequences. Doesn't work as well as the first movie. Similar how I thought The Naked Gun 2 wasn't as good as The Naked Gun, but there were a lot of big laughs, I have to admit. And the film at the end, there's a fight sequence when Mini-Me takes on Austin Powers, and all I remember is laughing my ass off. In fact, I was so loud, my wife is hitting me in the ribs trying to quiet me down. And then the film just takes off. The ending just becomes a lot of great skits. All of a sudden now everything's working after that fight sequence. And there's a lot of great scenes, especially at the end, where they're doing the whole thing with, they look up in the sky and they...
Colonel, you better take a look at this radar.
What is it, son?
I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant dick.
Yeah. Take a look out of starboard.
Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, where?
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reported
unidentified flying object! It has a long, smooth shaft, complete with 2 balls!
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie.
Yeah.
What's that? Well, it looks like a giant... Johnson. Yes, sir.
Now, the thing about the second one, too, is when I would watch it in repeated viewings, I started falling more and more in love with Mini-Me and even Fat Bastard. We were quoting him all the time. So I think part of the success of the second movie, similar to the first movie, was repeated viewings. Because, again, somehow Mike Myers makes all these characters very, very lovable. Even the villains, you love Dr. Evil. Let's be honest. Obviously, it's a comedy.
Then let me put it to you this way, cuz.
Now, in 2002, Goldmember was released, and that was another huge hit. I think it made even more money than the second film. And again, it reintroduces some new characters, mainly the character of Goldmember, played again by Mike Myers.
We are both swingers, you see. You have a tight body. Yes, I see that from your tight pants. Yes, you are tight like a tiger. Would you like a smoke and a pancake? A what? A smoke and a pancake. You know, flapjack and a cigarette? All right. Cigar and a waffle? No. Pipe and a crepe? No. Bong and a blintz?
No.
Oh, well, then there is no pleasing you.
Now, the one thing about Goldmember is that it had this really great opening. Some critics said it's too bad the rest of the movie couldn't have been as engaging as the opening. But the opening is really well done because it's got surprise cameos because you think it's Austin Powers and you realize it's someone else very famous.
Yeah, baby.
Hi, I'm Dixie. Dixie Normus.
Hey, Powers! You better watch your friggin' self because this is one doctor who does make house calls. Right, Mini-Me?
Hey, assholes!
So I'll never forget sitting in the movie theater. I said, wow, because they had never done that before. I realized they were taking it to a new level. Now, one of the smart things about the Austin Powers films, I always felt, is that they decided to keep the same theme song, which was produced by Quincy Jones. And that was just genius because the openings are so well done. I love the Austin Powers theme song so much that I told my wife the entrance into the ballroom at our wedding, we're going to come in to that song. In fact, I even told the DJ to say, that wild guy and his hippie chick or something to that effect. I forget what I said. That's how much the Austin Powers theme song has been an inspiration for me, that I used it at my own wedding. I'm just going to sum up by saying that the Austin Powers films are just very, very funny. In fact, when I was getting prepared to do this podcast about it, I went back and we looked at some of the scenes in the film, and I'm laughing out loud while I'm watching the scenes, which I've seen a million times, but I hadn't seen it in a while, and it only proves to me how well they've held up. Like I said, I thought the second movie is the weakest of the three, but overall, all three have a lot of big laughs. And again, the first movie actually has a point to make, where the 2 and 3 really have no point. It's really just about the characters, basically, that he, represents and what they go through and how they interact. And that's really, there's not a very not much to think about here in terms of the sequels. But they're all very entertaining, and I recommend you seeing the Austin Power films. Just those kind of movies that I really got a kick out of watching when they came out, and I still enjoy them very much even today.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And again, in the immortal words of the late great Benny Hill, we'll see you next time, and we'll see you at the movies.